It caught you with your dishwasher? What? Like it was making noise in the background and then it just came out of nowhere? Oh my god, that's ridiculous. That reminds me of like the there's a video I saw one time of a guy that was playing through it. And he was like stressing out. He was not making a noise and then he farted and then the alien came at him from like he was hiding under a table and just ripped him right out and killed him. To survive this war, you'll need two things. First, a basic set of skills. Second, the good goddamn sense to do whatever's necessary. I can teach you the first, the second is up to you. Oh, we're just getting right into it. Press R to bring out your gun. Hold the aim, press left click to fire. Whoa, this mouse sensitivity is pretty high. Hold on. Let me turn that down a bunch. Now that feels comfy. That is true. We can't make aiming too easy. Oh, that's actually gonna be really weird to work with. Hold R to check how many bullets you've got. It's manually loading by bullet? Hold on. Stool! Get out of here. Get out of the way, stool. Oh my god, that is going to be a horrendous system to work with. And look at this aiming too, because it's like, you pull it in front, but you don't instantly have like a good aim. It swings to the side first. Now I'm hearing all of this gunfire. I'm not... Oh, well actually I just did see people. This is weird. Especially this manual loading thing. Because you have to hold R and press left click. Ow. There was one more guy up there. Oh, you're my friend and I just shot you. I am sorry, friend. I did not mean to shoot you. I mean, I did, but I didn't realize you were a friend. Indeed, Kuro Kitt is live again. Oh, you've been injured. Hold tab to see how bad it is. Yeah, that's some blood. Yeah, my health is determined by how much blood I have on my hand. It is honestly a neat system. I do really like this. You just picked up an item that can be used for crafting. Pick up the other cloth pieces and press tab to access your inventory page. Combine the 2 cloth items to craft a bandage. Oh, drag them on top of each other. Okay. Why am I healing myself with a can of beans? It just looks like a can of beans to me. It's medical flavor. I have no bullets. I have grenades? Ooh, okay. Ah. Wait, do I need to throw a helmet at this? Might. Oh, wait. Door's stuck. Let's go. But this is interesting, though. An Amnesia game where you can actually fight back. Though I never played the third one. I have it. I played the first 2. And I was planning on playing the third one, but then I saw this one come out and I was like, ooh, that looks a lot more fun than the other one. Looks like I have to use my grenade here. Maybe? Right? Yeah, I think I have to blow this up. Yeet. Kaboom? Yep, kaboom. Oh, that's not good. Oh, am I just dead? I think I'm just... What?
Fast, fast! You're dying on me. We'll make it out of this hell together.
Aw, thank you, friend.
I'm really there.
I'm coming with you, Lambert. You know, that's actually very true.
Beat that roll, my friend.
There you have it, huh?
Ah, fate's a bastard. I'm on patrol tonight, then. C'est la vie.
Oh, Nui, thank you for subscribing with the Prime again for 6 months. Yeah. Holy shit. Pog. Indeed, very much pog. Oh. Time to take a drink. Oh, that's right. We're not playing Alien Isolation anymore. Hold on. Let me fix that really quick. Stream details. Caught in the act. Yeah, indeed. I'll change it really quick. I forgot. Oh. The bunker. Continue. There we go. Yeah, I'm caught in 4K. Oh. But where did my friend Lambert go? That's a deep hole. This came out like yesterday, I think, or a few days ago.
Here.
Lambert, no!
Then I'm going to get you out of here.
I've only known you for a few minutes, but I already have an emotional connection to you. Please don't die on me. Oh, he's looking pretty dead. Oh, he's looking really pale.
I'll get you back to safety. Just hold on to me.
I'm not leaving you behind, Lambert. Oop. Or we'll both just get blown the fuck up, I guess. But no, Lambert! Oh! You are now on your own. Learn, adapt, experiment, and survive. Oh, this makes me sad. Sounds good, man. Have a good night and sleep well. Lambert? More like Lambert. Wait, no, I'm supposed to be sad by his death. No, don't make fun of his death. Oh, oh, the bunk.
Oh no.
Oh no. Lambert has been bonked. Do I have a lantern? Progress saved. Let's see. Is there any goodies around here? All notes that you pick up can be found under the Notes tab in your inventory. You can go directly to the picked up note by pressing tab when the icon is flashing. Okay. July 10th, 1916. Soldat Clement admitted to medical treatment following events of 9 July. Personal effects held in the storage locker. Patient remains in weak coma state, will respond to stimuli but only for brief periods of time. When last roused, he reported no memory of recent events, had trouble recalling even his own name, most likely due to the severity of initial head trauma. We'll continue to monitor. If status does not improve in a week's time, recommend transfer to St. NTA for neurological tests. Signed, Dr. Jozinski. Okay, Dr. Jojenski. What is this? Field dressing. Boxes. Good to see the drawer system is still here. No, they do not sound fun. But they're definitely better than 1800 stuff, I would assume. Because before, it's like if you broke your leg or did anything like that, you're toast. You're gonna die of gangrene or dysentery or something along those lines. There's a chain here. How do I get chain off? Oh, bring the leeches. Indeed, I always carry a healthy supply of leeches on me in case any of my friends need a bloodletting, you know? Press F to bring out or put away the flashlight. Oh, I have a flashlight. Hold down F to charge the flashlight, but be careful not to make too much noise. Noise? There's noise in this game, too? Let's see.
July, 1700
Oh,
hours.
he'll read it for us.
I'm in a state of agony. It cripples my body, captures my mind, bleeds my soul. This thing I've done, this thing. It is lunch in the mess hall currently. Ugh, the thought of eating repulses me.
What's wrong with eating? I could go for some food right now. I could just continuously hold my flashlight. That'll probably get really annoying really fast. What is this? Photo. Photo tab in my inventory. What are you? You know, I think they may have undergone some neurological tests. So I don't think we're going to be participating in any more of those. Yeah, I also hope the flashlight lasts a minute. Pog. Pog, yeah. I'm not sure if that test was a pog, but it's definitely something. Okay. Oh, wait. You press and hold T, move the mouse to rotate objects. What the fuck was that? Also, why is there a whole room full of burned bodies? And it looks like every single time that I want light, I'm gonna have to pull this damn thing out and charge it. So, I don't know how well this is gonna go. They're there because of more neurological tests. Yes, of course. I could jump. That's an ominous looking hole. That's a key. Those are scratch marks. Man, I want my lantern back with my oil.
Someone there? I am over here. Oi. Thought I was the last one.
Are you good, man?
Down here. The rat fucking officers ran and blew the exit behind them. You want to escape? You need to blow it back open. There's dynamite in the arsenal. And a handle to trigger it somewhere in the excavation site. Get them, and you can make it out. Shit. That thing, it's coming for me. Here, take this. Finish me off, please. I want to die at the hands of a brother soldier, not that monster. There's ammo in the pantry. Get it. Do the job, please.
Where's the pantry?
It's coming. Quickly now.
Wait, where's the...
Now, get the ammo. End my life.
Where's the pantry?
God will forgive you, Henri. He knows what we face down here.
Where's the pantry? Over here?
It's coming. Quickly now. Go now. Get the ammo. End my life.
Okay. I'm trying to find it, dude. I don't know where the pantry is here.
Ammo's in the pantry. You'll need it.
Oh, yeah, I'm blind. Well, he got munched. Well, he said we're gonna need it, so he's already kind of consumed, so it is what it is. Oh, there's nothing over there that we need anymore. Yeah, no, he was just listed as soldier. Didn't even get a full name. Unfortunate. The horrors of the Great War. Oh! Walking into a wall. Oh, I got an achievement. Enlisted. Well, I wouldn't say I exactly signed up for this. Ooh, you can save your progress by lighting this lamp. Ooh. Light the lamp. Oh, is this a safe room? Hmm. I got a bandage. V. Baptiste. Maybe that's the guy that got eaten. His name was Baptiste. Oh, man. Hey, yo. Welcome back. Hint, use this box for storing things from your inventory. Press a button to continue. Oh. What is this? Fuel. Using the generator can be poured in empty bottles or on the ground. I don't think I'm gonna need the fuel right now, maybe? I don't know. Whoa! What the hell just happened with that chair? It just exploded! Like, what? What happened? Alright, well that chair is not meant to be, stood on. It just explodes. Chair pog. Important, when processing deceased soldiers, please check the reverse side of their ID tags for any messages, symbols, or locker codes. These are to be wiped clean before the tag is preserved and recorded. Oh, wait. Wait, so how do I access a tag that I've already seen then? Huh. Interesting. Let's see. Update to all medical and mortuary personnel. The rat problem has not gotten any better. They're swarming every dead body. They're even coming after the wounded. But the vermin have no interest in flesh after it is burnt. So a new policy must be instituted. The bodies of all deceased soldiers must be burned. I have spoken to Father Derai about this matter. He will provide proper consecration for the deceased. Remains will be preserved for families. This is not ideal and it fills my soul with pain, but burning the... But burning the dead seems to be the only way to stop the rats from coming, so burn them we must. Alright, so that's why there was a whole body, or a whole room full of dead bodies. Oh, everything on the ground just wants to move. No, can I just... What is this? Oh, can I play something on the phonograph? No fun. So, what's down here? Why did it just get super quiet as soon as I walked in here? I got a compass. What's this? 4689. Any code you find is written down in the codes tab in your inventory. Oh, that's actually pretty convenient. Q Furlough. Thank you, Q. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten. Ooh, you got messed up, dude. Holy. And he was trying to use his can of medical beans. You can power the generator by filling it with fuel and pulling the lever. Okay. Keep on at all times. The fucker hates light. Okay, so I equip this. Ah, there we go. Alright, well, what does the pocket watch do? That's just some rope. Man, I feel like there's just so much that it's giving me right now, and I'm not sure exactly. How do I? Oh, that's what the code is for. Synchronized watches. Yeah, that's true, but I don't know who I'm going to be synchronizing my watch with down here. 4689. Four, 6, 8, 9. Or you know what? It's probably 4. Yeah, I was just thinking that. It's probably to gauge how long the generator lasts. You can overcome most obstacles in multiple ways. Use your wits and brains experiment. If you think something might be possible to do, it probably is. Interesting. Okay, so I guess as long as I go around... Okay, so this thing hates the light, so... circles... Really? You found a new objective. Objectives will be marked on your map, and notes containing objectives will be highlighted in the Notes tab. You know what? That may actually be true. No, it definitely is true, because it sounds like this watch is skipping. So if I don't have to be down here... Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Alright, well there went all the light. But it's okay, because we found a can of fuel earlier. Hold on. Equip this bad boy. Pour that on in. And we'll crank it back. Emergency lockdown. Officer quarters maintenance. Hold on, let me look at my objectives right now. Okay, how can I pull up my objectives? Alright, I'm not sure exactly where my objectives are. What the fuck is making that noise? Also, I was also kind of spacing out when that popped up. Soldiers' quarters, administration arsenal. Found a new photo. Just claw marks. I'm gonna close this door really quick. Oh, I can actually lock doors. That's kind of cool. Oh, we got grenades. And another note. Sergeant Stephanie Gilbert. Night. Strange scratching sounds a few moments ago, and now it sounds like someone is pacing in the hallway. Probably Reynard, drunk on the stash of wine I know he hides from us. Best I confront him now. Either get him into bed or sleep it off to convince him to share a bottle or two with me. July 15th. Cold fear runs through all our veins now. Fournier has terrorized the men for answers. They say they were asleep until Reynard screams. I believe them, of course. Fournier went so far as to accuse prisoner 73014 of escaping his cell and committing the murder. Possible. I worry about Fournier. His rage hides fear. He takes it out on the men, and I can see no way to stop it. It breeds contempt. My mind slips back to the moment Reynard started screaming. How easily it could have been me. How easily it still could be. For the first time, I wish the order to attack would come. I would rather face 1,000 German guns than this nameless dread. Jobert's final journal. To any who find this, Fournier, our commanding officer, cowers next to me now. He's lost his mind to an abyss of fear. He repeats the same refrain over and over again. Flee! Flee! We must flee and seal the beast where it belongs! He wants to run, so blow up the exit behind him. Sealing the demon down here. The demon and our men. His constant refrain, it is still getting to me. And that same void of terror is also overtaking me. To any of my men who see this, once we're free of this place, I will get the arsenal code from him. I will get it and I will radio it back to you. Trapped down here with that beast, the arsenal may be your only hope. It's all I can do. All I have courage to do. Get Get to the communications room in the soldiers' quarters. Hide there. I'll broadcast the code to you. Okay. Okay, that's pretty nice, actually. Hold on. Let me equip this. We don't have much time left on here. Planchette. Strategic operations. Okay, just the guy laying out the groundwork to blow something up. Roman tunnel update. From Sergeant Jobert. Engineers have broken through our storage area and into the old Roman tunnels. They are as we thought, structurally sound, deep, and I confess I was skeptical of this point, but they do indeed lead in direction of the German line. By September, we should be in position to launch a massive push from inside the tunnels. Perhaps of note, inside the tunnels we found urns, Latin texts, etc. We'll do our best to preserve some materials for prosperity. Updates to follow. So they were digging into Roman... So they were digging into Roman tunnels. I hear a creature. Okay, well, it's totally around me. I'm kind of scared to leave this closet. Oh, I can't see much of anything. Yeah, honestly. It's always whenever they try to gain the advantage. Trying to dig some stuff up. You just dig up like an unwanted evil. Like, fantastic. Drop that for now. Alright, so I can hide under tables. Okay, is there anything else of value in this room? Another note. From V. Delpy. After raid of last evening, we have in custody some 20 German soldiers from the 4th Reserve Corps of the 2nd Army. This puts ourselves past capacity, with one exception. I recommend they be shipped to the camps as soon as feasible. Prisoner 73014 I would like to hold. Before capture, he ripped his rank and insignia from his uniform, so his rank remains unknown. Since capture, he has refused to say a word. I suspect he may be an officer or other important person. I believe once removed from his men, we can break him. Please advise. The pin? Oh, that might be what it is. Good call on that, yeah. Though it popped up with like another objective. Because it said that another objective updated when we broke the when broke the pipe wheel. Or is there even more fuel here? Okay. My God. Oh, you know what I just thought of? I also hope that rumble is artillery, because if this thing is making that much noise, then goddamn. God, I just keep hearing so many noises in this place. Just the noise is just unsettling. It looks like... Well, it looks like our save room is... here. Okay. So that is constantly marked, it looks like. Okay. This is the main map of the bunker. Will be updated with objectives and details as you progress. Strategic operations. Okay, so we need to get to the soldiers' quarters. Oh yeah, that honestly is really good to have at the start. So we've been exploring this section over here. Yeah, we've been exploring this section because we went into the strategic operations, Gilbert's room. We didn't go into Blanchette's. There's the aisle here. But we're here in administration. Yeah, because that note, did it say we needed to get the soldiers' quarters? Get to the communications room in the soldiers' quarters. Hide there. I'll broadcast the code to you. Okay. No, I'm gonna see if I can go and get that other thing of fuel from that first room. And try to not die. Honestly, yeah, I don't understand why the inventory is so steep in this. Okay. A little bit of fuel. Slowly make our way back up here. And then sprint in here. Cool. So we can put a couple more cans worth of fuel in here. So each can is 2 fuel slots, so that would last us about... How long will it show on the watch? I don't know. Hmm. There isn't any additional fuel in here that I can throw into, is there? No. Unfortunately not. Let's see what we can do. Let's flick that on there. Synchronize watches. Okay. Yeah, because we want to make it to over there from admins. Go straight left. It's the stairwell on the left side. Emergency lockdown. Communications. Alright, lockdown is engaged. That door is locked. Mission storage. What about this door? It's not heavy enough. I need like a brick or something. What does this say? Have not seen another human for hours now. I might be the last. But in hope that there might be another, I leave this now so you do not waste any time. This is the only exit. The only way out of this hell is our own making. It was blown closed. It needs to be blown open. Don't bother digging. Impossible. Blow it up. The dynamite is locked in the arsenal. The detonator handle is somewhere down in the Roman tunnels. Deeper in hell. I go now to try to retrieve them both. Though I do not know if you exist, I pray for you. Please extend me the same courtesy. Okay. I'm hearing footsteps. This is the infirmary. Oh, this is where we came from initially. Okay. Yeah, I really don't want to fight the Roman tunnel. I don't want to go in there. That's spooky to me. Just like a lot of the stuff with this game. Holy shit. Ooh, even more fuel. Nice. I have to like check every crevice to see if I can find a little bit of fuel. turn that off. Okay. Put some more fuel in. I already checked all these. Meat's in the locker there. Okay. So we need to get to the soldiers' quarters to get something to blow shit up. Or we need to go to the soldiers' quarters to get the passcode to get to the arsenal. But we also need to get the dynamite from the arsenal. And we have to get the detonator from the catacombs. Or the Roman tunnels. I'm just trying to think of the best way to go. Because we don't really need to go to this section here where we started off. At least I don't think we do. Yeah, we mostly need to work our way through here, because every other one of these sections is locked off. Like, this has lockdown, this is locked down, this is locked down. So we have to go through the officers' quarters and into maintenance. Alright, this is gonna suck. This is actually probably going to really suck. Though there may be a way... There may be a power box over on this other side near this step here. Alright, pull the lever, Crunk. You go this way. Nope, that's locked. Alright. This way's a bust. I need to go there. Alright, so we have to go over this way. Yes. We're looking for a wheel to lift the lockdown, I believe. That's all. There's a trap there. That's locked. There's a lot of stuff to kick around over here. Is there any fuel? Anything useful? What the fuck? Okay, bullets. Alright, what does this note say? To M. Fournier and D. Blanchette. I'm now putting into writing that I have reported to both of my immediate superiors. Last evening, 14th May, I was assigned to aid the engineers in mapping the Roman tunnels. As I entered the deepest area of the tunnels, I noticed strange glowing liquid seeping from the walls. When I turned around, the walls of the tunnel themselves were suddenly gone. I was standing in a vast plain of darkness. In the distance, there was a sickly light that seemed to be calling me forward. Between it and me, malformed shadows moved. I blinked again, it was gone. I was back in the tunnel. It lasted but a split second, but I am quite convinced that what I saw was no daydream. It was real. Since that experience, I have felt haunted. Like a part of me is still there, stuck in the tunnels. I keep seeing shapes moving in the edges of my vision. I am formally requesting medical leave. Please help me. Ah, so you've gone, Oh, I can carry more items now in my inventory. Nice. Thank you, dead man who is half-eaten. What do you look like? Oh, yeah, you look a little messed up there, bud. Looking saucy. Yep. Looking very saucy indeed. What is this item? Fuse. No, I think this has been a very successful run so far here. Alright, there's a creature there. But we know it's over there, so I'm gonna go over this way. Ooh, okay. Try and preserve a little bit of fuel there. Alright, so we got a fuse. We've made it to... here. So we got into the lounge. We got into Delisle. Did we do Blanchette's room? Okay, we didn't do Forner or Reynard's rooms. There's the wine cellar. But there's also a tripwire over here in front of the thing. So I guess we gotta jump it? I don't know. Signals with its brightly burning and loudly hissing flame can be thrown. Oh, maybe I can use this to, scare the monster away, maybe? I don't know. I don't really need my bag of beans right now. True, or it could be used to attract it somewhere else. No, I'm really curious if it can actually come into this room. I would assume so, if I can unlock and lock the door. So it can probably come in if the door is locked. Or unlocked. Let's see, let me look at the other thing. Okay, we have about 6 minutes of time on this. Actually, about 8 minutes, so... Let's pull this. We'll try and go through the other 2 rooms quickly. You know what would actually be really fucked up is if this thing can turn off lights too. Alright, well, I'm glad I backed away from that. No, I'm just gonna... Lock. Throw this off for a second. Thank you. Well, I saw the... I saw the tripwire, but I was like, nah, it's probably just gonna be something random. And then, sure as shit, there's just like a grenade explosion. Like, okay. Excuse me, Mr. Monster. Do you wish to come to the window for papers? Probably not. Oh, this thing's pretty much out. Well, it looks like we're going to be navigating this in the darkness. Surprised that there's anything of use in here after everything just exploded. Hold on, what kind of... Did I just get like a different bullet or something? is this? Maybe I can get a shotgun? Is that what that is? A shotgun shell? Can't exactly tell from the picture. Spooky reload ASMR. That's definitely some spooky ASMR right there. I'm also hearing, like, I'm pretty sure it's my character breathing. So I don't know if they designed it as well in a way where the monster can hear me breathe if it's too close. So I'm not sure how exactly that is going to pan out. Okay. This is Blanchette's room. This was one of the other guys here. Okay. This section I wanted to try and get to. Okay. Got health and a note. I've ordered increased security for the arsenal. Lock and code, and I will root out those responsible for this horrendous act. Justice will be done for France. For French? Situation report. After Trimbali's death, the bunker descended into chaos. I've retaken control and ordered the men to form up in squads. They're to hunt the beast down and kill it. They tell me it's not possible. They tell me the bullets don't kill it. They only buy a little time and the beast comes back angrier. Cowards. I've sent them back out now to do as they should. Hunt and kill it. If they fail, they'll face a worse fate than claws in the darkness. That's kind of fucked up. Like, these people are just trying to survive, man. You're sending them out on an impossible mission. Look at that. All that left of this dude was a hand. And you're saying that you can kill it? Sure. Be my guest. You know, I think the artillery shells going off act as a way to try and make noise. Or do something that requires noise. Oh shit, I hear it. Okay. You know, that is fair. That is very true. But even still, fighting a lion in close quarters in tunnels? Man, that would be awful. So I still haven't even really seen what this creature looks like. Can't open that. What I need to do, I need to go back and get that grenade. Or grenades, actually. God, it's just so weird hearing all these sounds. And not seeing the thing yet. I mean, I've seen its hand, but... Oh, I know. But, like, what happens if you lose your grenade? Like, what if you miss? Like, do I just have to use, like, a brick instead? Or find a brick, drag it all the way somewhere, and just toss it into a wall? YOLO, of course. I'm just gonna do my best and crouch walk along. I hear it up here on my left. Just gonna sneak on back in here. Nice. Okay. Alright, where do I desperately need to go? So the real way forward, looking at this, is probably by going... no, I haven't been in mission storage yet. So I should probably throw a grenade at one of those doors and break it. Because both of those doors are locked in mission storage. that too. I don't need to hold on to these beans right now. Don't need the watch right now because I have no fuel. Maybe we can find a heavy object in here. Or somewhere around here, at least. We could also use an explosive barrel and shoot it. Though I only have 2 bullets as well. I am just trying really hard to survive right now. Because that's mission storage right there. Okay. I just got a couple achievements for that. Alright, so we opened up mission storage. I'm actually really surprised that the monster didn't try to fucking kill us right there. The monster's slacking, yeah. The monster's letting it's letting us cook right now. That's what it's trying to do. It's gonna give us a sense of hope, and then it's just gonna come out of nowhere and just absolutely wreck us later on in the game. There's so much stuff on the floor here. Alright, mission storage. You got anything good for me? I can't access any of these things. Photo. And the map's updated? Yeah, probably. Oh, Claire. 4262. Revolver bullets. On the top rows? Oh, it's right there. Okay. 4, 2, 6, 2. Med kit. Revolver bullets. Oh yeah, grenades, bullets, notes, gas mask. That's probably going to be necessary for going into the catacombs, or the tunnel. Cloth, lighter. That lighter may actually be a better light source. Ooh! There's the wheel. Oh, we gotta look at our notes.
9th of July. I do not know the time, but dusk has fallen, and still, of course, no word. When I asked the sergeant, he shrugged, as if I was asking about when it might next rain. These fools around me, laughing, drinking, arguing. Do they know what I've done? Do they suspect it? I feel they must all be guilty of something. And yet, they laugh, drink, argue. God knows what I've done. I wonder if his judgment could be worse than my own.
Interesting. Poor Henry is feeling something, honestly. I think he's got that survivor's guilt going on. That's the wheel. So, the name on the locker is Delisle. Fuel. Pocket bag. Butcher. Band-aids. More bullets. More bullets? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check these shelves and then we're going to regroup back in the safe room. What's that? Oh, there's more fuel. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna drop this right now. Okay, the light in here should be on. I think the storage box does have a limit. Yeah, it looked like a vent here. Yep. We'll try and explore it. Once I put fuel back on the generator, I will run back there and then we can, try and jump in the vent. Okay. Maybe we can dump some stuff in here. Okay, so I don't really need any medical supplies. I have a ton of medical stuff. Oh no, trust me. I have the same syndrome. I am a loot goblin with most games that I play. Like, there could be some serious shit going on, and immediately after I'll just be like, oh, let's see what kind of loot's around. Even though it's like a dire situation or something like that. I should store... I'm gonna store the flare for now. I'm gonna pull this back out so we can synchronize our time. Alright. Looks like I can... I might not be able to get in here from here. Oh, you know what? That may have been another method in. Oh. Oh, well, we didn't have to blow the door open after all. Huh, whatever. Okay, let's run back here then really quick. Turn this off. Let's look at the map. So man, there's really multiple ways that you can go about doing this stuff in this game. Alright. So we have to run to Delisle's room. So we can go... We'll turn on the generator. We'll run back around to their room. All while trying to avoid that creature. Because we've already been in there. We've already unlocked it. So I don't know how we missed the stuff. Maybe it was just their, we missed their dog tag. Yep, we missed our dog tag. Alright, now I hear the creature roaming around. Did the power go out down that hall? Yeah, there was a lock on the door. But right now, I'm just kind of like, what happened to the lights that were in there? But you know what? Maybe that's a thing with this too. Where the maybe eventually like the lights in each section will stop working. 3308. Okay. 3308. Yeah, that honestly would be really rough. Can I plug this back in? Hello? There we go. Cool. Gonna save here really quick. Consult the watch. How much stuff I got left? Okay, we got a good amount. This is the prison. Oh, this is communications. Okay. Oh, game's loading. Yeah, this is a little sus. That's not working. Ah, light. It's broken. This is about to run out. That's a grenade. cannot open that. Oh. There was a note by the other switch. Rats? Okay, so there's rats now. That looks like fun. Congrats. Oh, I can make a Molotov. Hmm. But I would have to mix fuel with that. Oh, it's right nearby us. And more fuel. Okay. All right. Gonna load another bullet. I don't know how effective it's gonna be, but I'm gonna load another bullet. Okay, creature. Just stay far away from me for now so I can go back and refuel my stuff. There was a note there. Okay. We got another achievement. Get introduced? Honestly, yeah, they probably were doing it wrong. Lock that? Okay. Man, this game is so good at just getting my anxiety up. You know, that is fair. It could be like John Carpenter's The Thing. Oh. I really wish I had a map, though, for this. Or, like, have this section, like, laid out more on here so I could see, like, individual rooms and stuff. Yeah, there probably is. Wait, let me see. Let me read that note that you pointed out. Foreman Stafford. Daisy chain switches. Attention, the power in this part of the facility is daisy chained. Shut off the power in one section in the chain, the subsequent areas will go off as well. Switches should only be turned off under extraordinary circumstances, like when I say so. Pranks and mischief will be reported directly to Reynard. Foreman Stafford. Okay. So if we turn off one, we turn off the rest. That's fun. Okay, so I guess we'll make our way, we'll turn off the generator. We'll make our way back to the soldiers' quarters. Because the only way we're getting access to the arsenal is if we get in contact with the person that made it out through communications in soldiers' quarters. Though we also haven't gone towards maintenance yet. Though that's not highlighted as an objective right now, so I'm guessing it's not super important. Open the door, please. No, I'm just gonna be sprinting through these areas one point, and then the monster's gonna reach out and just fucking grab my leg and pull me into one of those holes. This light's turned on. It's just this section's dark. Okay, that's locked. Is also locked. Okay. It's baby trapped. Okay. Put that away, please. I didn't see that that door was booby-trapped. Oh my gosh. Been injured. Be careful. You're now leaving a blood trail that might attract certain creatures. Okay, now I can use a health pack. Okay, I'll use this. Time for my medical beans. Still kind of injured. Am I leaving a blood trail still? It's like a little bit, yeah. Indeed, they restore 2 fingers of health. Oh, shit. Alright, now I got rats chasing me. Because I'm unhealthy. Okay. Let me turn off the power again really quick. I'll heal myself up to full. Yeah, we still have a little bit of fuel left. Alright, I'll use this medical pack. So the best way I can get through, or the way that I have to get through the rats, is by being full health and not leaving a blood trail. Because then that way I don't attract rats and they won't come after me. Interesting, interesting. Damn. That just makes me really sad, though, that our adventure ended like that for that section. Let's try it again. Because we at least opened that door on the side. And we blew this door open, too. Hello, rats. Don't mind me. Yeah, hiss and do all your shit that you want. Just don't fuck with me. That's all I ask. I don't want whatever it is you're eating. People. Ow! Okay. Ow. Alright, I'm running. Okay. How many fingies did that do? Oh my god, 2 bites just did like half my health. Alright, maybe there is a reason why there's a bunch of medical supplies in this game. Because if you, like, fuck up even a little bit, you're actually just gonna take a ton of damage. Oh, that's pretty much empty. Alright, we're gonna have to go into conservative navigation mode. Nice and quiet. Yeah, I think the rats are gonna become probably a much bigger issue in this game later on. At least that's what I'm thinking. So, I feel our hate is going to be very much justified. Whoa. Okay. Well, that was a weird way that it just transitioned over. You know what's funny is rats have done more damage to us than the actual monster has. Oh! I can't see! Excuse me. So I literally just said that the rats dealt more damage to us than the monster, and then I get attacked by the monster. Yeah, call that stupid luck. We're leaving a blood trail again. He's got twice the rat power, true. One monster is equivalent to 2 rats worth of damage. You know, I guess it makes sense that I should probably try to find an actual spot to hide instead of hiding in a corner. Because this thing can most likely see in the dark. Because it likes the dark. Also grabbing these health beans. I'll grab this grenade. Yeah, I'm just gonna run back here. Save really quick, and we'll go back out. You know, for all the stuff that all these people were saying, like, how this monster, like, instantly kills people for the most part, it really is just doing damage no better than a rat. So these people couldn't even take on rats, honestly. Yeah, that's true. Oh. Uh. Oh, I see a shiny thing over here. I see a couple shiny things. Gimme. Ooh, that's fuel. Oh. I'll drop this. I got a note, or we got a picture. Aw. Somebody in Paris with their family. Too bad they perished. Let's see, 16th May 1916. Neuer has been telling us of the tunnel texts, describing what these tunnels were used for. But I didn't need him to tell me. I've seen it. I was in there, in the dark. I dream of it every night now. Dreams are so real that when I wake, the day itself feels like the dream. I'm at a ritual. Begins with the drinking of a liquid, sweet and thick, like mucus or honey, repulsive and yet intoxicating. As I drink, it warms my body, fills me with a lust for all things carnal, sex, blood, flesh. Around me are others, their faces hidden, their bodies rippling. I know we all serve the same master to the same end, a place in her unending kingdom, immortality. The things I do in these dreams, a terrible whirl of horrors, bloody and twirled, that make the carnal pit of the war seem like mere play. I wake horrified, but in the dreams I am elated. The worst part at the end of every day, I want to sleep. I want to go back to that place. I want to feel that way. I want the violence and the ecstasy and the pitch black darkness. Paris head. Yeah. Oh! Perished. Alright, well, he's right there. Is it like doing something like Alien where it goes into a vent? I think so. Okay, so we got Clement's dog tag.
9th of July, night. My conscience compels me now, as it failed to compel me then. I must do something, even if it costs me my own life. I must do something lest I never sleep again. I must do something or risk greeting hell itself as a relief. I must do something. I go.
I go. Huh. Though looking at the creature, it doesn't look like you can slide in that hole that well. It's a little bit of a tiny hole. I don't know. It's coming back. Bones are merely a suggestion. Of course. Bro, I can't even see you in the darkness. Where are you? Go away. Coming back. Honestly, yeah, why doesn't he just eat the rats? I mean, I get it. He's probably just been eating rats the entire time that he was down in the tunnels. So, human flesh is probably like a delicacy to him. Good morning. Welcome back. I missed you as well. How are you doing today, Roomba? We got another note. Ooh, and a heavy object there. You're happy? I'm glad to hear it. I'm doing good. We beat Alien today, so we started Amnesia the Bunker. So we're having fun with this. Yeah, I don't think there's much else in this room. Except there's fuel there, and I want that. What am I willing to give up? It is a very, very dark game. And there's a creature lurking in the darkness. But they haven't killed us yet, so we're just hanging out. Was it coming back in? Oh, there he is. Though it's okay, because this monster, he only does damage equivalent to 2 rats. Which in this game is actually a fair amount of damage, but he doesn't hit that much harder. Yes? Oh, I can't see. Indeed, I do. That's why I'm telling you that, we're measuring this monster's ability to damage us in rat power. Because I think that's kind of funny. Oh, he's behind us. Excuse me, creature. Could you please contort and go through a hole in the wall or something? I'm trying to go out that way. And I would like to be able to see while walking through the hallway. At least slightly. So fussy. There you go. Now you can see a little bit. It's just the main downside is that okay. I'm gonna run for it. Yeah, the main downside is whenever I make noise, it drop. Well, that that was kind of weird. Can I? Hello? Game? Oh no. Oh my god, we got a bug? What? I can't access my UI menu. No, I can't interact with anything. Ah. Oh, sad. Why? We were doing so well. Oh shit, I can't even get out of here. What? No, I can't charge the flashlight. I can't swap weapons. I can't access my menu. I can pause. Ah. I'm gonna have to load the last save. And I love you too, Roomba. Oh, this is sad. Alright. We'll just reload. Damn, we got some good stuff too. Well, we know where items are, or some items are at least, so we could probably try and go through and quickly collect it. Progress saved. What do I have? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna deposit these items. Actually, I'll take that out. That's right, we have barely any fuel, so it doesn't matter. Oh. You know, I feel like the creature's mostly gonna be lurking down here. Well. Yeah, that is true. We were just hiding from Big Chungus. You just instantly decide to come in here. Big Chunk is at 3 a.m. be an Eldritch Horror. Oh, there he is. Hey there, buddy. It does look like Big Chungus. Sir, your face is like right near the bed. Could you please give me some space? Thank you. His timing is impeccable and his hair was perfect. Big Chungus, you should go eat some rats. Could you please leave my room? Thank you. Indeed, they are only a 2. They are only a 2 on the rat power scale. Yeah, I don't think there was really anything else in here, was there? There's a paper here that we may have missed. Ooh, extra fuel. Hold on. I do not need this thingy. Drop. No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. We're just chilling out, having a good time, and listening in. Yeah, look at all these rats. They're just really just munching away on that guy. I'm gonna run. Sprinting time. Locked out. Get wrecked, creature. Alright. Now, we can actually put a bunch of fuel into this. Can I? What is? I'm gonna double check my save there really quick. Okay, so we have to be very cautious when trying to use the flashlight while walking up to the generator because it will glitch. And then we can't use anything. Okay, let's see. I think with 3 things of fuel, we should have a pretty good chance going into this section. What? My hand's not supposed to go that high. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the game is really new, so there is bound to be a couple of glitches. I just wasn't expecting anything like that to happen with the UI. H. Clement 6720. Let's see. 6 7 2 0. Cool.
8th of July, mid-afternoon. Joubert needs a scout for tonight. Routine patrol. Out to the communication wires and back. It'll be cloudy. Good cover. Easiest patrol possible. Sergeant wants me or Augustin to go. He still suspects one of us might have been with the mutineers. But I won't be going. How can I be so sure? Well, Augustin has agreed to a friendly game of chance to determine which of us it will be. And using an old sleight of hand trick, there's no way I'll lose. No, Augustin doesn't have a chance because I'll ensure he doesn't. Me?
Wow, this is a
Scoundrel?
long-ass note. Holy.
Perhaps. But when he returns and I remind him of the time he pissed in my flask, or the mysterious lice that appeared in my bunk,
What?
or the incident with that
The
barmaid,
lore.
well, I laughed in those cases.
Can you tell us more
I'll
about
laugh in this one.
the lore?
8th of July.
The lore?
Near midnight.
The lore.
Shelling again somewhere along the line. Them firing at us. I'm sure we will fire at them again soon. I hope Augustin's having a simply marvelous time out there. Can't wait to tell him what I did. 9th of July. Time unknown. It must be just before dawn. When the shelling stopped, I woke. The sudden silence always does that. Augustin's bunk is empty. I went looking for him. He wasn't in the mess, nor being seen by Dr. Jasinski, nor lurking out for his final
Jasinski.
smoke. Dax was on patrol. I asked him. He said Augustin hasn't returned from the scout. He said the words like he was pronouncing Augustin's death. As if scouts don't come running back at all hours. As if it wasn't just a routine patrol. As if all hope was lost. Now the shelling is starting again. We'll try to sleep. 9th of July, morning. It has been hours now and Augustin has not returned. His luck did not hold. And neither has mine.
Uh-oh.
What could I have been thinking? If he is gone forever... But I do not want to write it, for fear writing it will make it real. I will continue to wait in my bunk until dusk. And if there is no sign of him, then I do not know. The priest keeps staring at me, as if he can sense I have some unseen weight on me. I will not give him the satisfaction of a confession. It was nothing, a joke. I thought it was just a joke. I never thought. I never thought. And therein lies my sin.
Man, this dude has some real survivor's guilt. Okay, we already read that one. Fear and Paranoia. 15 July 1916. Fournier claims one of us killed Reynard, but I saw Reynard's corpse. His eyes were gone, gouged from his skull. His tongue was shredded. We all hated Reynard, but none of us could have done this. War is a brutality, but it is anonymous. Mechanized. We fire at distant soldiers. Whoever did this was intimate. It was sadistic. Fear for all of us. Funky bird. I like funky birds. Oh, hey there, buddy. It is funky. I like it. Yeah, like whenever I'm reading text or something, I'm really glad that it pauses it. Okay. Can carry this. It looks like we have found a reusable key. This thing's coming right for me, I bet. Hey there, buddy. Oh, look at that ass. Oh, he didn't like me commenting on his ass. Okay, let's see. Clerk's office. Communications is straight down the hall. Barracks, utility room. Utility room is closed off because there was a cave-in on the left side. That hallway was. I need to check to see if that back door in Barracks B is open. I have to try and go through the other way. Interesting. Got 2 papers there. Open the latch. Alright, Brick, come with me. You are our new friend. We are going to be carrying you around to open up all of our doors. Probably. What the fuck was that? Alright, Brick. This is the First World War. Oh, look! Perfect time to test if it, trips stuff. Yeet. Indeed it does. Let me under. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me under. Let me under the damn bed. Hello? I know, that's why I went over to the other one. Oh, you love World War One and World War Two vehicles. Nice. What kinds of vehicles? Hmm. Uh-oh, he's in here. This is not a good spot to hide. J22B. Huh. That actually sounds really familiar. I'd have to pull up an image of it. Oh. Oh, this stuff is all being very nice and just floating for me to pick up and move. Beautiful. Okay. No. The bricks break after a while. It did do a good job. It was a good soldier. Oh man, all this stuff's like getting in the way. Yeah, more memorable than soldier. Ah. Oh, there's a note in here. Farber's last note. Sleepiness. Something keeps scratching at the walls. I've heard rats before, of course, but this is different. It's not the subtle, arrhythmic scratch of a rodent. It's louder, steadier. Francois has gone 4 times now to find the source, and each time returned with no answers. Perturbed. Men like me, who were here during the Roman tunnel incident, we share skittish looks. We dare not say anything for fear of reprimand, but we don't need to say it. We're all thinking the same thing. Later. Something just howled. Not something outside the barracks. Something in here with us. Like before. It's like before. But the tunnels are still sealed. They're still sealed. But it wasn't enough. All my brothers, court-martialed and gone. And it still wasn't enough. 16th July. A demon from the tunnels is among us. It's killed Reynard. It will kill all of us. Unless, for Leroux, or Toussaint, or Noir for Nicolet, Ozanne and Renoir, I will kill it myself. This is why I was not caught. This is my purpose. My revolver is loaded. My will is strong. I also enjoy reading really bad fan fiction. I used to do it a lot with my friends when I was still in high school. Because we would just mess around the entire time. Just be like, oh, yeah, like, we'll have somebody, I was typically the one that, like, read the story and, like, most of the dialogue. And then one of my friends would do, like, sound effects. Because we would do, just, like, funny fanfics that we would find. Oh, this is about to run out. That's not good. So I want to drop that. I want that. Pull my gun out. Oh, it's mad. A little bit, but I was trying to blow the grate off the wall. Sounds like the rats are pissed. Is there anything else in my inventory I can kind of drop right now? Oh, we're out of fuel. Oh yeah, we're loaded up on oil. Feeling like America right now. Almost a poetic situation. Yeah. I'm just waiting for this dude to walk away. Like, I have my nice little hidey hole here. Oh. And he's back. God, the noises those rats are making is weird. Like, I really wonder if the creature is just eating rats as he walks by them. Dude, could you just, like, leave me alone? That'd be cool. Flare a rat group? I could... Do I have a flare in my inventory? I do not. But I like the idea, though. Just go somewhere else. There's nothing interesting here, guy. There's nothing interesting here, Big Chungus. Just gonna walk straight through here. As I kick the bottle. Didn't blow it off? Really? I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, but it's not working. I need a fucking wrench. And I know where a wrench is. I'm gonna drop this temporarily. Even more oil. Holy God, is that bottle just gonna keep rolling? Okay, well, these rats are coming back here. I'm not interested in you guys. Okay. I think I remember where to go. Straight through here. Except I can't go under the bed from this side. Because this game doesn't like me. Oh, they take turns munching on the different people. Oh. So I should turn on the power. Get that going. And then from there... Yeah, from there we'll be able to go and probably alternate between their bodies. Because they probably have their dog tags on them. Which will give us the codes, which will then, we'll be able to go and get the wrench for that. Actually, hold on. Before I continue touching that generator, I'm doing that. I don't want this stuff to break again on me. Oh yeah, big oil time. Let's go. Man, this thing's almost full. Look at that. Let's see. Let's try the flare. See what we can do with that. Oh, and now this map has been added. Okay. So we've gone from Barracks B straight into the pantry. So that's the kitchen we were in? Or the kitchen we were trying to get into. Or whatever that side room is. So if we're able to, we can try and run around the rats. Get away from them. Then we should be all set. So we can try and get to a different room. Let's see. Are they no longer munching on them? Alright, calm down, rats. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, this is the pantry. That's the kitchen. Give him more fuel. Let's go. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. Like I said, you're just chilling out. No problem in that. Man, we're just finding a ton of fuel, though, here. Yeah, I was thinking shooting it. Ah! It's the FBI! They're coming for my oil! It's a very involved sound clip. Yeah, I love that sound clip. It's probably one of my favorites. As this guy is also being very involved. Big Chungus, what are you doing? I understand you're mad. Come on, go back into your hidey hole. Thank you. I broke the table. The nerve of some people. You see this? That was a genuine mahogany table and he broke it. Out of here.
Bruh.
Bruh. There we go. Cool. Doors should now be active, I think. What do I not need? I should be fine without that. Ooh, and we have a brick. Let's see, that's medical beans. You know what? Let me drop the freedom juice here really quick. Grab this again. Let's see. Things with a brightly burning and loudly hissing flame can be thrown. Let's give it a try. Okay, I don't know if the bricks kill, but that's actually very useful to have. It's just hella loud, though. I thought it was going to light the rats on fire, but it just throws them off. Yeah, now that we actually know that that can do that, that'll make our lives a little bit easier. But Big Chungus is now hanging around us, so hopefully he'll go away soon. We still have a decent amount of fuel left. Okay. Okay. Now those rats can continue to munch away. We're gonna go back this way. Yeah, they can continue their meal. I think we're gonna just run back up top side really quick. We'll save, we'll deposit more fuel, we'll turn the generator, or throw more into the generator. Grab a flare, throw the flare on those guys. We can also stop by the lockers too on the way back. Man, think about how much all of these guys could have accomplished if they just worked together. Cool. Okay. Let me do this. Let's see. Codes. Laval 0243. Base commander, you better go fight that thing in the tunnels, and you better make sure you do it at one at a time. True. Like, why not just work together? Doesn't make any sense. Ooh, we're gonna get the gas mask now. Okay, 0243. Okay. Oh... 2, 4, 3. Alright, I can't hold on to it. That's a noob. Whatever. Man, it sure is convenient though whenever yeah, face is an inventory slot. Oh. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Still broken. Alright. There we go. Things were just being a little bit wonky. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes my stuff glitches and I have to fix it momentarily. Alright. Well, now we can turn this back on. Come over here. Pause a grenade, grab a road flare. Or maybe we can hold off on the road flare and we'll grab the meat. We could throw that somewhere. Because we're just trying to attract rats. Alright, rats, y'all are getting some meat. Alright, and Big Chungus is right next to us. Fantastic. Ah, there wasn't anything on that tag. That's unfortunate. There's a trap there. But this should now be open, right? Or not. I mean, I pulled it. So I go to security first. I'm gonna need to get a brick. I have to go all the way around to get that brick. Ah, man. Brick, where are you? Well, it's a good thing that we got a bunch of fuel and put that in. Where's my brick? There it is. So we just did it slightly out of order. We got the power on, but we need this brick to go and break through 2 doors. So, yeah. A little interesting, but whatever. True. This brick should be good for 2 broken doors. Yep. That's 1. Now, Big Chungus, could you please leave us alone again? Oh, there's an explosive barrel here, too. Wait. Oh, the key isn't in the box. Hold on. I already read that. Officers have fled. The officers have abandoned us. They ran from the beast and blew the exit closed behind them. Even Jobert. They called us cowards and traitors and worse, hypocrites. Now they've doomed us. Whatever hell we suffer now, it is on them. God will punish them for what they've done. Okay. My friend, after the tunnel sabotage, they're increasing security everywhere. I've been commanded to lock the door to communications. Between you and me, I'm going to keep a copy of the key in my bunk in the barracks. You never know when such a thing might come in handy. So I gotta go all the way back to the barracks to find a copy of your key. Okay. Okay. Swag barracks loot. Man, all of that just to discover the key isn't actually here. Your key is in another room. Unfortunate. Oh wait, this door is open now, though. What is in here? Anything? Nope, nothing. The pencil. What are you? What was that? A stick! A piece of wood! I can make a torch. Got another photo. More oil. Nice. What was that? Okay, I know I can't carry any more items in my inventory. Yeah, Kazal is the guy with the key. So let's look at the photos. Kazal. So he's in B block. Over near there. Alright. I'm actually gonna have to drop this in order to take the key. Is it 3 in? It's 3 in. So it should be this one here. Oh, that's a trap. Yeah, lower bunk. Oh. It was under the helmet. Okay. Now we can open the door. Open sesame. Think. That's not really going to be locking much, but okay. Did we run out of fuel? No. Still got fuel. Okay. Almost panicked for a second there. We now have power. Alright. Tremblay. Farber dies. Farber is gone. Insanity. Chaos. We were in the mess and it burst from the shadows right behind Boisrund. But Farber was there, ready, practically threw himself in front of the thing. And he shot it. Hit it. Dead on. The thing retreated. We thought for sure it was dead. But then not 10 minutes later, came back for him. I heard him screaming, being pulled into the wall, praying for salvation. Now I can hear it moving again, getting closer. Have to move now, or we'll all suffer his fate. So I'm guessing it's probably a good thing that I haven't shot this thing, because it probably gets really pissed off when you shoot it. What is this? Note to Farber. I was there when they pulled your friend Neuer from the tunnels. He'd been screaming for hours before he was located, tied to the stretcher. He was still trying to scream, but all that came out was a horrible rasp. All the engineers have seen things down there, myself included. We should talk, you and I, about what is to be done. Let me know when. Ozan. Huh. Alright, well, let's push the button, I guess.
To anyone left, the code is 5, 6, 2, 3.
Okay. 5623.
I hope that you can hear me. I hope that you can forgive me. The arsenal code is 5, 6, 2, 3. The arsenal is locked. You need this code.
Hmm. Oh, we just broke right through that chair. You know, I really hope that whatever is in that drawer was worth me shooting it. Oh, med pack. I don't know. Not really, no. Oh, holy shit, I just realized it's 2 in the morning. I've been streaming for almost 5 hours? What? Huh. Oh, did power just go out? I think it did. Oh, man. Well, I think then I probably... It might not be a bad idea to just get back, and then I might wrap up the stream for the night. I honestly did not realize how late it was. I've just been so engrossed in this game, having fun with it. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah. Man, I am just trying to see what's in front of me because there is a trap here. Oh boy. Okay, well, it looks like we can get out of this spot. Oh. Indeed, I'm going to go bed. Nope, sir. You have been locked out, monster. You can stay there. Put a little bit of fuel in here. All right, and I think, yeah, this is a pretty good spot to wrap up at. This is a interesting inventory system. Okay, there we go. Kind of organize things a little bit to help my brain. Yeah, it looks like we have the arsenal code now. So next time we start this game up, we are going to be going into the arsenal. So yeah, we're gonna wrap things up there. So thank you everybody so much for watching. It is always a pleasure to stream and play games and just hang out, chill, talk, and do whatever. So yeah, look forward to more oh my gosh, I am just stuttering right now. So yeah, look forward to more Amnesia, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.